I'm not even gonna lie, bro. When Bad Bunny first performed the halftime show, I did not watch it, okay? Because I hated Bad Bunny. I don't know anything about the guy, okay? All I know is that I did not understand what he was saying. And so me and my girlfriend, we went to watch The Matrix, and the only reason I stopped watching was honestly because the halftime show was a big like it's just a halftime show. I don't care. It's just taking up a lot of my time, and I wanted to hurry up and watch the Patriots lose. Well, honestly, to be honest, completely honest with you, I did not want to watch them lose. I want to watch them win. I put a bet on them. Okay, I don't even know anything about football. I don't regularly watch. All I knew is that the odds were against them. I was like, I'm gonna vote for the underdog, bro. I'm gonna put $15 on the underdog. I really could not care less about football, but I was like, the other team is favored to win. But the way I saw it is they both made it to the Super Bowl. Maybe they can show the world that, or at least they can show America that they can be the underdogs. And then I lost my $15. I knew I was going to lose it after the first two halves. I was checked out. So that's actually why I stopped watching. But yeah. So this whole Bad Bunny situation, okay? I know this is a very divisive topic for some reason. And this isn't me hating. I really could not care less about Bad Bunny. I don't care, okay? I don't listen to anything like that ever. And the halftime show is the halftime show, okay? There's been other people doing the halftime show that were not purely white, so I don't understand the huge outrage, because honestly, that's what it is. And I'll get to my main point in a minute, but I just want to finish up talking about Bad Bunny. Yeah, so my teacher put on the halftime show for some reason in class. But yeah, so I was forced to sit there and watch it, and I'm not gonna lie, bro, that shit was ass. Okay, I don't want to shit on Puerto Rican culture or anything like that. I don't speak Spanish, so I don't even know what he's saying. But I just thought he was singing out of key, bro. It did not sound like the singing just didn't sound good, okay? And I have a Mexican coworker, okay, who always plays his songs. I didn't know that was Bad Bunny until now, but I recognized the songs, and I was like, yo, just the performance itself just did not sound like the songs I was used to hearing. I know it's the same song, but I just felt, like I said, bro, I felt like he was singing like out of key or something. And I get it, maybe if it's live recorded or whatever, of course he could be nervous or whatever. So, props to him. At least he got the Super Bowl halftime show, whatever. Like I said, I'll get to my main point in a minute. The main point, to be honest, is I just do not give a fuck. I don't give a single fuck. But yeah, so I sat there and I watched half of it until she turned it off whenever, I don't even, who was it, Lady Gaga or the white bitch that came out and started singing. She turned it off. So I don't even know what that was about. But up until then, I watched it, and the only thing I could remember from it is I felt like half the halftime show or whatever, he was just saying, hey, hey, and it was just funny as fuck. But yeah, so the main point is, I don't care, dude. I don't care. I know there's going to be people in here who probably hate me because I'm not really picking a side, but that's my side, bros. I don't care. I don't know why this is such an outrage. America's like killing each other over Bad Bunny. And before someone says this, okay, I know apparently he's getting death threats, okay? I've heard multiple people tell me that. And that's like, honestly, they say it like it's supposed to be like a big surprise to me or whatever. But for one, I understand. Yeah, giving somebody death threats is, why would you do that? It's just terrible, especially because a lot of them are bluffs, but people probably taking it seriously are like, I'm going to kill you, and like emailing him or some shit. Like, I don't know. That's just actually insane. I just don't understand why somebody would actually get that mad at a halftime show. But on the other hand, it's hard for me to like feel sympathy because people say that about everybody, okay? There's always people giving all these celebrities death threats, and for the most part, bro, people with this much money are pretty untouchable, bro. I don't think you understand how untouchable they are. Like, you're not going to go to your local Walmart and just see Bad Bunny walking around. Like, honestly, all the hate, like, if you've sad about it or whatever, I feel bad. Sorry, Bad Bunny, but he has millions, bro. He has all the money in the world to keep him safe and happy and live a comfortable life. So, yeah, please don't come in here white knighting for either side because, like I said, I do not give a fuck. Where I stand is, bro, and people are probably tired of hearing about this, but I'm not, bro. We just had a whole batch of fucking Epstein files released, and it seems like everybody cares more about the fucking halftime show than, I guess, the government, doing whatever people may believe or may not believe that they're doing. I don't want to get all into the Epstein files, but it's like, bro, there's so much shit going on. Like, is the halftime show really that big of a fucking deal? Here, I'll prove the point to you right now. Why I don't know how people take it so seriously, bro. Whether you liked it or loved it, I don't care. There's probably been way worse performances in the past, so I don't know why all of a sudden it seems like some big outrage. But dude, honestly, it feels like it's almost intentional. And don't come up here talking about ICE raids and all that shit. I don't give a fuck. Okay, where do I actually stand with that? Just so people don't fucking come in here and tell me, oh, you don't care. Okay, listen. Is ICE overreaching? Yeah, I think so. But I also think if you see all these videos of ICE just killing people, okay, just because, especially the guy with the gun, apparently, because honestly, yeah, maybe don't bring a gun to a protest. That's one argument. But on the other hand, that's your Second Amendment right. You should be allowed to carry a gun. And especially the fact that he got shot after they had taken the gun away. They were in no harm's way. There was no reason for that guy to die. But yeah, where I actually stand is if you see all this crazy shit happening with ICE, maybe don't fuck with them, dude, or you're going to get shot. Like genuinely, like a big brain play, okay? If you just see like criminals down the street fucking shooting people that come up to them, maybe just avoid the criminals. Don't fuck with them, dude, because they're going to kill you at this point. And I actually think that the whole reason this is happening is because they're trying to make ICE look really mean. They're trying to make it look like they're doing deportations or whatever, because that's what Trump ran off of, right? He's trying to get it done. The truth is he is not deporting that many people as much as he promised. So in order to make up for all the deportations that he's not doing, I think he's just trying to make it look really like mean and big and like explosive. So people are like looking at it and be like, oh yeah, get those Mexicans out of here. But yeah, that's my take, is I think they're trying to just make a big stand out of it just to make it look like something's happening when in reality, not that much is happening. But the whole situation's fucked. And yeah, I'm not here to debate whether we should be deporting people or not. Because to be honest, at this point, bro, America, I don't even give a fuck, bro. I'm like checked out, to be honest, because the fact that so many people are mad at the halftime show when there's like so much other shit going on, it's like, bro, it's just a fucking football game, dude. I lost my $15. That's all I cared about. Like I said, I don't even watch football ever. Normally, I never watch it. Maybe I'll sit down for 5 minutes and watch it at a family event. Besides that, I'm not watching football, bro. I just can't. It's boring. I'll play football, don't get me wrong. Football is fun to play, but to watch it, I just could not care less. But yeah, this made me feel really cooked on the inside, because with the whole Epstein file thing, I've already made videos talking about it, so I'm not going to do a whole synopsis over it or whatever. But it's like, there's so much hate going towards a guy who is just repping his like nationality, bro. Is there a fucking problem with that? Is that such a fucking terrible thing? Now, I get you can have your own opinions, whether you liked it or didn't like it or whatever, for whatever political or non-political reasons. But it's like, why is it consuming so much like space in people's heads to where, you know, you got to go to war with each other on Twitter or something, and you got to make all this like just hateful comments towards each other and just dividing us even fucking more over a halftime show, bro. Whenever there are people that should be fucking arrested right now. They are hiding 10 co-conspirators in the Epstein list. He did not act alone, despite whatever fucking Kash Patel said whenever he lied in oath. Is that not a crime? Shouldn't he go to jail? Didn't he break the law? Isn't the government currently breaking the law? Even though they released 3 million files, they posted an email of names of victims that somebody was emailing them. Here's the victims. These are people you should be redacting. These are people we have to protect the names of because they're victims. And they posted the email, and all the names of the victims were unredacted. You could just see everybody they were actively trying to protect. And then who actually gets protected? Who actually gets redacted? The people committing the crime. The people buying and selling cheese pizza. Okay, if you know, you know. It's like, bro, at this point, if you think the Epstein files are just a load of shit, you are fucking cooked. You are so cooked. And you got to be a whole fucking chud not to know. Like, you're just ignorant as hell. And this halftime show was riling people up so bad. And honestly, I think the government, bro, they're sitting there relaxing. They're like, okay, well, we just dropped 3 million files of us breaking the law, and us dropping these files is also breaking the law because we failed the timestamp we're supposed to hit. And, you know, we didn't redact who we're supposed to redact, and we're protecting criminals, you know, but it seems like people care more about the halftime show, so we're relaxing, you know, because there's some, you know, Republican dad out there or some shit. Oh, get that faggot Bad Bunny off the screen. Epstein files, that's a Democratic hoax. That's a hoax. That ain't real. Like, motherfucker, bro. Both sides are cooked, okay? Both sides, you're both cooked. If you were strictly abiding by a side at this point, red versus blue, you're cooked. Because that's not the war you should be in, bro. The American people are so obsessed with hating each other so badly. Hating everybody. Just everybody but their own team or whatever. It's like, bro, just gloss over some of the emails, bro. These people fucking hate you, bro. They talk about you like you're the masses. You're literally in a class war and you don't realize it. The wealth distributivity or whatever. I don't know the word, bro. I'm too mad to think about it or Google it right now. I don't care. Okay, the distribution of wealth has never been more fucked up than it is now. You're in an information war right now. You're in a class war. You should not be satisfied paying the amount of taxes you do whenever these people and their own like in these government emails, bro, government officials they're roasting you, bro, and like, they're just roasting you, bro. You're the masses. You're doing the fucking labor for them while they manipulate the markets. Oh my god, like fuck football, bro. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about the halftime show, bro. I'm gonna start calling it goy ball because everyone who gives a fuck about that shit, like it's their only life's purpose is what team wins. It's just goy ball, bro. And honestly, I know I probably pissed a lot of people off with this video, and I don't care, bro. If someone wants to come in here fucking coming at me for trying to focus on what's actually going on behind the scenes, and someone wants to come at me for not being satisfied with the way that the government is run because we pay them to run shit and shit can't even get fucking done right. Like, bro, Epstein files dropped. It's fucked up. ICE is just killing unarmed people. It's fucked up. And there's a specific video I'm talking about, but I'm not going to play it. But the thing is, I just feel like maybe we should be cooked at this point because somebody's going to prove me right in the comments is that people are so hateful and so like on each other's team or like or versus each other or whatever. Like somebody's going to say some crazy shit in the comments and I know it. And I don't know, bro. I feel like at some point Manners just left the chat. Manners left the chat and, you know, we're eating scraps, fucking fighting each other, trying to survive. I'm living paycheck to paycheck, basically. My parents are living paycheck to paycheck. Well, not anymore, but, you know, I don't want to get all personal or whatever. You know, we're good now. We're chilling, okay? Don't come in here feeling bad for me. But it's not even like a big outing because, honestly, ask most people, even people wealthy, making over 100K, they say they're feeling like they're living paycheck to paycheck. Is that how the general population should feel in supposedly the greatest country of all time? It's like, no, dude, we're all fucking just rude to each other now. But like I said, I feel like we should just be cooked at this point because if nobody is caring about this, like if nothing happens over this Epstein shit, then, I mean, where do you even go from here? At what point, what do you let your government get away with? What do you let these people dictating your lives get away with? People act like, oh, it's not a big deal. It doesn't affect me. Like, bro, there was a fucking lockdown like 6 years ago, okay, in 2020. If there's a draft, you're getting drafted, bro. They have say over what happens in your life. So you should have some fucking interest in what's going on. Like if you like paying for gas or if you, I mean, I guess if you just don't give a fuck what happens to innocent kids, it's like, bro, how do you not care about this shit? You're divided over a fucking halftime show. And yeah, dude, like I said, I just feel like maybe we should be cooked because some people I guess just can't see past like the basic things. And they get so caught up on like the smallest minute things. Like somebody is probably going to start seeing red because I said I don't care about football. Somebody is going to like come in here white knighting for fucking football. When that's, listen to what I'm saying in the video and you're talking about football, dude. And that would literally just be proving me right, bro. I can't wait for the chuds to come in here and start saying some shit because it's just going to make me feel even more cooked. I just feel like the public at this point is just like a bunch of rabid pack of dogs just going at each other over the smallest thing. And I can't wait for somebody to prove me right in the comments. Because they're going to type an essay saying why they're mad about something small. And I'm going to be staring at my screen like, yeah, we are actually fucking cooked. Because this person cares this much about like this small ass little fucking thing. And they don't care about the kids. Okay? Genuinely, the kid. Not when the government says we need to protect the kids. You need to give us your digital ID. All while at the same time, they're the ones like taking kids and doing this fucked up shit. And if you don't believe anything in the Epstein files, like how could you not? This is literally FBI documents. Investigations are going on. Well, at least they should be going on. It seems like they fucking quit that shit. And I guess the 10 co-conspirators are going to get away. 10 co-conspirators whenever Kash Patel said, we believe Jeffrey Epstein acted alone and he only did this to himself, for himself. And there was no such thing as a blackmail operation going on. Nothing. And honestly, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, just take my word for it, bro. Jeffrey Epstein was running a, let's just say, I guess, blackmail operation for Israel. That's plain and simple. That's what it is. That is happening to your government right now. Is your politicians are being blackmailed into doing whatever the fuck Israel wants. That's why we're bombing Iran, whatever fucking we did last year, because they're about to get nukes. They've been saying Iran's about to get nukes since the 70s. And in the 70s, they didn't say Iran's going to have nukes in 55 years. They said, Iran is a few weeks from getting nukes. Give it another 50 years. They're still saying Iran's about to get a nuke tomorrow. We have to bomb them right now. And like I said, bro, my biggest problem is I feel like people can't read the room and they're always just gonna back their team no matter what. If you're a Republican, it's like you give them no space to mess up. You are like, Trump, he's the all-being God. Everything he says goes. Republican Party #1, fuck them faggot Dems. And it's the same thing if you're a Democrat, whenever there's a Democratic president. When at the end of the day, there's blackmail on these fucking people, or there's something behind the scenes going on to where I guess we have to give billions to Israel. We have to go to war and bomb people for Israel. I don't know about you, but when I vote, I like to feel like my vote matters. I don't like to feel like it doesn't matter, because honestly, it doesn't. It's like at this point, it doesn't matter who you vote for. There's still the same people pulling the strings. Not to mention, I think the whole Gaza situation is still going on, and I just don't get how there can be people that are like, oh, fuck Gaza, fuck them sand people. Like, I just don't get how people can disregard human life so easily, all for the sake of, like, their party or something so fucking dumb and minute. So yeah, that was my little rant. You know, I could probably rant forever, so I'm gonna stop. I know it's probably, like, all incoherent anyway, but I just got to get this shit off my chest, because honestly, who cares about the fucking halftime show whenever there's all this shit going on? And I know these types of videos tend to bring in crazy comments, so, you know, whatever somebody says, like, if you say anything about, like, the football game, I mean, you're allowed to say whatever you want in the comments, and I'm not going to stop anybody, but like if I read your comment and I can tell you don't see the bigger picture, it's like, bro, you're just kind of part of the problem at this point, bro. You're part of the reason why shit feels like it's falling apart.